And then today in this session, we'll learn regarding time intelligence functions. Like we made it the time intelligence functions into like two sessions. One we'll learn today, and then like one we'll learn tomorrow. Simple thing. And then like what are the things? What does the time intelligence means? Okay, the thing is like already predefined functions are there to get some of the requirements like solved. Okay, so already predefined functions are available to solve some of the requirements. That is called like time intelligence. And then we do have a lot of things. We will learn some other things also, where you come into like okay, a lot of other new concepts that you can perform. So first of all, we'll go ahead and then like uh, check it out. What are these things, and then like what we can do with this kind of things. We'll check it out. First of all, I do have my table, old table, orders table, as we know regularly that we'll do with. So a lot of things. Let it upload the data. So every time we'll practice on the same data. Okay, the same data have been taken. And then first of all, I just want to create a measure of all this simple measure like total sales. Okay. Simple measure like total sales. Total sales is equal to like okay, my measure, and then sum of sales. Like sum of sales. Let's tab and close it. I got a measure. This is called as total sales. You can see total sales. So what if okay? So come out here. Okay, we do have total YTD. Before going into that, yeah, want to start with total MTD. That's fine. Okay, we'll go with total MTD. What is total MTD? Total MTD means okay, evaluates okay, the value of expression of the month to date in current context. What is it month to date? Month to date means okay, it is like cumulative of that particular sales. Cumulative means I think that okay, we do have like sales like I do have sales like 100, like again 100. I'm sorry. Enter 100, then 200, then 100 again, then like 300. This kind of things. Whenever you want to get cumulative means okay, this is like 100 obviously, and then here okay, it will comes like okay 100 and 100. It will comes like 200. Cumulative means this one. Whenever like we do have like come over here, just like 100, 100, and then 200, it will become 400. Called cumulative. Then 1, 1, 2, 4 plus 1, 5. Here this will become 500. This is what cumulative means. Month to date means okay, up to that date, how much it was done. Okay, until it is like month end. So this is what exactly. Once you see the example, you'll understand. Basically, you have like you understood what is exactly like okay, 7 plus 3,000. So this is cumulative for this particular value. Okay, if you total this, you'll get that value. See this value you got over here. Okay, so that's it regarding okay cumulative sales, and then we'll check it out. What would be the cumulative for that particular month? Okay, for that we need to create it. Okay, measure, and in that you can write it. And afterwards you can take it into table as per okay the dates, and then you can calculate that. Okay, so total MTD, what we call it is. So obviously again the function name is like what MTD equal to, and then total MTD we have. Let me give that total MTD. In that we need to give the expression. We need to give the expression. Okay, so before that, okay, I want to create a date dimension so that I can link up, because let me tell you like okay the order dates that I do have before that. Okay, just a small brief into this. You can see the order dates. You can see the order dates. Order dates are not in a particular manner, and then there are a lot of gaps in the dates. Okay, I do have like 17th, and after that maybe like it is not in the serial. At the same time, I do have repetitions, and then I do have like some dates might be missed. These kind of things happen. So in that case, obviously, if we do, like we might don't get the proper data. So what we'll do, we'll create a date dimension, and then okay, we will use that date dimension linking with this particular thing, and then you'll use that date dimension in this particular calculation. For that, very simple. How we do that? So, like new table, and then obviously how we can do that? Simply calendar. You can make it. Okay, maybe this is my table name, and then afterwards I want to use calendar, which you already discussed in the date function. Hope you remember, right?
Yeah.
It will create as per our dates. It will create a date dimension table. Okay, I got a date dimension table, and then not an issue, and then I can go to model, and simply I'll just connect this date to my order date. That's it. So we have a relation between these two tables, and then right now you can use this date. Okay, in all the calculations whenever we want to use this one. So because these dates will have like okay continuous days, and then like whenever we have a relation between them, we filter this. Okay, this will also get filtered. Simply. Again, I'll go for this, and then I'll create the measure total entity, and then here in this particular thing, I'll write it. Okay, what will be the things that we need to write? First of all, expression. Expression means okay, whatever the calculation that you want to show. I want to get my total sales. Okay, in this here. Okay, so you can do sum of sales, but still I do have the measure for that. Okay, I'll use that one. Total sales. The one which we created just right now. That is my expression. And then dates. Okay, dates that you want to give. Okay, so here I want to give okay the dates like that is from dim date because we created that right now, and then we given relation between order date. Rather than using the order date, I want to use this dim date, and then I don't want to take anything of this. Okay, then I want to complete that, and then we do have filter also over here. We will discuss regarding later. Right now, I want to like that is an optional kind of thing. You can see the square bracket means that is an optional. Okay, so I want to finish that one. Okay, I got my MTD, which is a measure. Right now, I want to show it in a matrix. Let us suppose that. What I want to take it right now, I want to take okay, that particular date or here in the rows. Okay. And then I want to show this total MTD in my values. You can see right now, but okay, I don't want to like this. I want to make it. Okay, I'll enlarge that so that you can see. I don't want to show in quarters. I want to months in this. That's fine. So in 2019, I do have sales. Okay, it's everything fine. In January, I do have this much sale. Completed 2019, I do have sales this much, and then like when it comes to like January, my sales are okay 18,000. But what is the difference? It's just normal kind of things. Okay, if you add all these things, obviously, like you can see, okay. And what is the function that we use over here? Total MTD. You can see in January, okay. So you can see this. Okay, first of all, we have been given MTD. MTD means okay, you can see the total of this month is like 18,174. Okay, and then I'll give the sales also, not MTD, the total sales also, so that you can understand what's happening. You can see the sales of second date is like 1900, and then sales of like third date, January 3rd, is like 1700. And then in MTD, you can see that particular total is like okay, including these two values, it added two values and given here. Or else I'll just make it like in the top, you can see, understand. This is my January 2nd sales. In the January month, don't consider all those things. Okay, in the January month, okay, first of all, we made it month MTD means in the month, okay, the values will be cumulative. Okay, in January 1st, I don't have sales, so it doesn't show that. January 2nd, I have like 1932, it is showing that. Now January 3rd, I have been 17. So when it comes to like MTD, like it will shows the total until that particular date. You can see these two added over here. And then you can see like, okay, 4th, it was like 264. So up until this, all the values has been added and then shown over here. Hope you are understanding, right? Sharath. Sharath, are you there? Sharath, can you hear me? Sharath, are you there? So you can see that right now. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
So this is what exactly. So cumulative means, okay, it is going to add all these things values. Whenever it is monthly, then obviously it will add until this month end. Okay, you can see until this month end. Again, the next month it will start freshly. Okay. For the next month, it starts freshly. For the January first of that date, okay, again it starts and then like again it will add until okay this month end, and again for the next month it will start freshly. This is what MTD. So we do have like, okay, another function that we can use it. Okay, rather this one I just want to use it like completely so that it will be like thing to see. Okay, so we do have some other function that we can use. This is like total QTD. For quarter, we'll have cumulative. How we can show that? How we can see that we can portray total QTD. Okay, so go ahead and then like, okay, we can use that QTD. Then again, expression total sales. I have my total sales, and okay, the dates I want to use it like, okay, dim date. Okay, and then like I don't want any filters right now, and then so I want to show that total QTD over here for you. QTD. What does it mean? How it looks like? Let us suppose that you do have quarter one, okay, and in that quarter one you do have like, okay, 3 months. Okay, so for the quarter one, what is the sale? 68,815. Means if you apply for the QTD, like you can see the quarter, okay, but here you can see like, okay, for January month, okay, it is like 18,174, and then like, okay, February 11, and then like, okay, March 38. For whenever you applied quarter total QTD, you can see the first month it is 18, and then for the second month, okay, it added 11,000 of the second month, and then it gives 30, and then the third month it adds to 38, and then gives like 8. You can see for the quarter two also same thing that will represent over here. Until that quarter ends, okay, it will take. Yep.
It will accumulate month also. Monthly.
Okay, it will accumulate the months until that quarter ends. Okay, it will accumulate the months until the quarter ends. That's it. Because even if you go inside also, like it will accumulate all the dates until the month ends. Okay, until the quarter ends. In QTD, it will accumulates all the sales from April 1. Okay, let us suppose that, okay, we do have like, okay, from April 1. Okay, it will accumulates from April 1 to June 30. I'll go over here and then you can see something like, okay, here. It is trying to accumulate, okay, when the quarter started, it is trying to accumulate, and then like, okay, it will accumulate over here 34, and then whenever I started next month, you can see here in MTD it started freshly in the month of May, but whenever you come into like QTD, the cumulative will even continues for the next month. It will continue until the quarter ends.
Okay.
You see, until the quarter ends, it
Okay.
will continue. Whenever the new quarter starts, okay, again,
MTD it will stop at month end.
month end, okay, and then QTD it will start. It will starts cumulative, stops cumulative until okay the quarter end.
Quarter.
And the same thing that will happens with the okay,
Quarter.
YTD.
Oh, yeah.
You have YTD also. Okay, I'll explain that one also. So that okay. You can see that. Yeah, we do have like YTD. I'll just generate that and then you can see that. Only the thing is you need to understand what exactly it does. People get confused over here. Very simple thing that, but people like need to understand that one. Total. These are very easy. The only thing is that you need to understand how it works. Once you understand that how it works, then obviously you can do a lot of things over here. Total YTD we have, and then like okay, and then it is recording, right? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And then like okay, I'm just trying to write it. Okay, total YTD, and then expression, and then like dim dates. Okay, I've been given that. At this instance, I'm not giving any filter. We'll discuss that regarding that. We'll discuss later. And okay, what I want to keep. Okay, I want to keep this okay YTD also over here. You can see. And then if I click OK over here, and then I want to look. You can see it will accumulate. Okay, earlier it was like okay, only for that particular quarter it is showing to like values. But here you can see it will accumulate until the end of the year. And then again it will start such accumulation from the beginning of that year. And then you can see even if you go for the okay, I am canceling the quarter, and you can see the months over here. From the starting of that particular month, okay, it is going to accumulate until the end of that year. Okay, this is what exactly year. Okay, hope you understand, right? Sharath?
Yes.
So okay.
Yes.
YTD means okay, it will accumulate the values or sales until the end of the year. Whenever the new year comes, it starts again from the from starting, and then again it will accumulate until the end of the year. This is what exactly we do have. Okay, again, comma. Okay, what I want to give is like okay, okay, this is what exactly that filter works. Here earlier we do have filter, right?
Yep.
Okay, whenever you want to show cumulative only for that particular value, that particular year. So I've been given my filter. I want to get cumulative only for 2020. So this is my filter. Year of dim date should be like 2020. So we'll get cumulative only for that particular year. You can see. I didn't get cumulative for 2009. And then I'm getting cumulative for 2020. And then I'm not getting cumulative for whatever 2021 or 2022. Hope you can see this, right?
Yep.
This is what okay filter does exactly like the concept of filter, which I told you like I'll explain you later. Okay, this is what. So if you delete that, okay, obviously enter. You get okay all the details. The same way, okay, whenever you apply for MTD or whatever it might be, you'll have the filter concept. Okay, you can give the filter inside that so that it will give result for that particular filter only. Maybe if you give okay in quarter, if you want to like check for only some year only, you'll get, okay, only for that particular year, you'll get that. Here, maybe whatever the filter that you want, you can give that. Okay. If you want to get, okay, calculate YTD only for particular region, then obviously you can give that, not an issue. You'll get only for that particular region, you'll get. So these kind of things that you can do. Filter kind of part is again the same thing that you learned yesterday. Whatever the filter that you want to do, you can do it. Hope you understood, right?
If you put the region, it will filter region as filter.
Yep, you can give that, okay, because then you'll get the sales, cumulative sales for that particular region only.
Okay. January it will filter that particular one.
For the particular region only, we'll get that. It is not like, okay, right now we are getting entire all the regions and all the products, all the subcategories, we are getting the sales, right?
Yes.
Then whenever
Yes,
you want to filter only by a region or any kind of filter that you want, you can filter by time, you can filter by any other logic. Whatever filter that you want, you can give that. But it will give the cumulative for that particular year, for that particular filter.
Yeah.
Only thing is filter. You need to understand there is a filter kind of thing. And then whatever you apply the filter, that will filters for that particular thing. Simple logic for that. So that is why I told you, like, filters are not just direct things. They will be like always mixed with some other logics. Filter is the main concept. Okay, not like main concept. The main concept is to get the cumulative total sales. But filter is a clause. It's like where clause. Where we need to get the reason is something. Where here is something. Means that is a condition into that particular expression. We need total sales cumulative. That cumulative total sales. That's fine. You need cumulative sales. But for what we need to get, you need to get for only 1 year, or you need to get for for product, or you need to get for a year, or else for a region, whatever it might be, you can choose it in the filter. Right? Are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, that is a simple thing that you can do. And then here, that's fine. I do get the MTD, QTD sales and everything. I do have total sales also. But what we can land is something else from here. What if I want to get a previous day sale? Yesterday sale, previous day sale. What if I want to get a previous month sale, previous quarter sale, previous year sale? We do have different functions for that, okay, to achieve that. At the same time, we do have parallel period also. That is like, okay, compensate for all these things. We'll learn one by one, and after that, we'll check for parallel period. And we do have some other things that we'll learn tomorrow, okay? We'll go with like these things for today. Previous day, I do have sales for today. Like I want to get previous day for every day, I want to get my previous day sale. Means if the day is like, okay, 10, I need to check for 9th. The day is 9th, I want to check for 12th. Means for every current context, this is the current context. Here, this is a January current context. So it is calculating total sales for January. Whenever it is 2019, it is calculating for 2019. So this is what we call it as current context. So for that current context, it will shows the previous day sales. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay, so let us make this thing like this. You can see right now all the day sales. For January 2nd, how much, and then January 3rd, how much, this kind of things that you're able to see. Once I apply the previous day, for January 2nd, it will show January 1st sales. We don't have January 1st, then obviously it will be blank. For January 3rd, it will show the January 2nd value. Let me do that, and then you can understand what exactly is that. Every time it will get the previous day's sales. Let's go with like previous day, and then like, okay, dates. What we want to do, we can't do it directly. Then obviously what we can do, calculate.
Why is it breaking?
What is that? I didn't get you, right?
Why is it breaking so much?
Okay, sorry for that.
Why is it breaking? Network problem.
Is it still breaking?
Yeah, clear now.
Okay, if it is still breaking, let me know so that I can change my network. Okay, total sales, and I want to make it like what would be like, okay, things is like, okay, my PIOS previous day of dates, dim date. That is my dim date. That is my thing. Okay. So everything fine. I don't get any error. So obviously previous day you can fill it out. So see, okay, I don't have like, okay, for second, I don't have any previous day sale. You can see that. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll make it convenient for you to see that. Yeah, you can see this is my sales, okay, regular sales, and then this is my previous day sale. For the second value, okay, I do have 19, but I don't have like, because for the first January 1st, we don't have sales because, okay, so it can't shows, okay, previous day sales for second. When it comes to third, okay, we do have this one, but it is showing 1932, which is like previous day sale. You can see this. Yes, understood. For January 4th, okay, it is showing like third sales. January 4th, okay, it is showing 1763, which is third sales. So in the same way, like for every, like, okay, for every day for 6th, okay, it is like showing like 5th sales, 295. For the 7th, it is showing like, okay, we don't have any value, but still it is showing like 31, which is like 6th days. Is it will show the previous day sales. Previous day sales. I didn't get you. What is that?
Why it is useful?
Like whenever you want to show like previous day sale, okay, that will be like useful. Like it's not like, okay, something else. Okay, whenever you have like that kind of requirement, I want to show like previous day sale. Okay, then obviously, then again, like you want to see the difference between like like how, whether it been increased or not. I want to check, okay, whether, okay, my sale was increased like with previous day or not. How we can do that? Simply difference between these two values will be the thing. If it is like more than if it is positive value, then it is increased. If it is less than value, then obviously it is decreased. That you can do a lot of things. Simply I'll tell you one thing you can understand. I'll give you an example. Like I'll make a difference. Measure. I want to calculate difference between today and the yesterday. Then again, if it is like, okay, positive, then I want to like make it in green, and then if it is negative, I want to make it like red kind of representation. Let's make it like some more interesting. Okay, difference. What we call it is day sale difference. Hope you can understand, right?
Yep.
And then like, okay, is equal to like whatever we want to be. We need to take a calculation of, okay, as to like, okay, total sales, and then minus previous day sale. We have like previous day. I have two measures, and then I click that, and then I'll show that measure over here. So that the difference between those two sales, I'll get it over here. So what is that? The difference is like, okay, -6, okay, minus 600 something else. You can see this. Is that clear? Okay, let me make this. Sharath, hello. Is it clear right now? Can you hear me?
Still the voice breaking.
I'm just trying to convert, okay, my network. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Let me move to something else. Why it is stable? So is it okay right now? Hope you can like hear me.
I see.
Okay, so right now you can see the difference between today and yesterday. This is 163, 163. If it is like, okay, whenever it is like whenever it is like minus, then obviously we can say that, okay, that like whenever it is like, we can make it the reverse also. Like I'll just make it something like this. Okay, so that sorry. No. I want to make it from this side to this side so that you can understand very clearly. Okay. Total sales so that you can understand. Difference between previous day and then today total sales. Okay, so like maybe so you can see the difference is like, okay, whenever it is increased, then obviously it is positive. Whenever it is increased to be like previous day, whatever we made it like, okay, previous days and today's sales. Okay, it was decreased, right? Okay, yesterday sales was 19 and then like today's sales was okay 17. So obviously decrease means, okay, we need to show it in. So earlier was only right. Okay, was like into confusion. Okay, so control X and like minus control D, and then I want to make it like minus over here, and then I want to delete it. So earlier, okay, it was 19 and then like today it was 17. So obviously 600 has been decreased. So from earlier to today, so 600 decreased. So 160 decrease. And then again, like, okay, the third was like 17 and then like today is like, okay, third was 17 and then today is like 263. Previous day is like 17 and then today. So obviously it was decreased. And then like again here, today, yesterday was like, okay, previous day was 264 and then today is like, obviously, so difference between that. So we can calculate how much, and then again we can do some like what kind of we call it as conditional formatting to background, and then like whether it is field values, sales difference, and then like, okay, I want to make it like, okay, rules, and then like if it is greater than or equal to 0, okay, number, and okay, then obviously I want to show it as if it is like, okay, and then one more rule. If it is greater than or equal to like, okay, if it is greater than 0, I want to delete this one, and then I want to show you. It is greater than 0 number, and then like, okay, less than some. I don't want to give that again. Okay, can't do that. So obviously, and then greater than 0 and then less than some. Okay, maybe what we can do is we can give a big number, some max number. Okay, so I want to give it like 1000000 something like that. And I want to make it like green. Where is my green? I don't have any green. Green. I want to give it green. Then okay. Whenever it is greater than 0, that is green, and then whenever I do have like, okay, less than 0, greater than or equal to some. Okay, maybe less than 0, less than 0. Okay, we can't give it like, okay. We don't have any option over here to give that rules. Okay, so less than or something else. Why you are not getting that? Else, okay, what we can do it simply that we can do it like here. Yep, I can write it like rules or like this. Okay, simple rules measure, simple that you can do it very easily to even color that field value. We'll use for field value rather than here rules are not we are not able to do with the rules. You can create for the color COLOUR. Just I'm trying to give you more advanced concepts. Okay, these are all not necessary, but still to make you more comfortable and trying to give you. Just don't consider these things. Sharath, are you able to understand?
Why can't we do that way? Previous way?
What is that?
Why can't we do that in previous way?
Why can't we do field value? There is no less than kind of value. There is no less than kind of value out there. But okay, I'm just trying to give you more. Okay, using measures only, that will be more easy for you to understand, and then more you'll improve your like DAX skills. Okay, okay, and then like if okay, what is we created like diff, like something like day sale diff, okay, something like that. Yep, orders day sale diff measure is greater than 0, green, 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 and then else, okay, then obviously we can go for red, sorry, and then again this one, sorry, we can finish that. That is my color. Obviously you can go for, okay, if it is greater than 0, then obviously you can get the red and then green. Then again come over here and then like, okay, conditional formatting, background color, and then obviously I want to go for, okay, field values. And again, like what are the things that is have color? Is that color? You can see whenever it is positive, then obviously we are going to get that. Whenever it is like, okay, you can even give for blank values also. Whenever it is blank in the condition also, you can give whenever it is blank, then obviously we can give some other color also. But still, we gave whenever it is positive, then obviously we are getting the green whenever. Like we can do this kind of things also, and then you can show this in different kind of visuals, and then we can make it lot of customizations. But still, up to here, you asked me what you can do with this previous day. You can show in that kind of manner. Okay, how much increase that has happened with the previous day sale, whether it is increased or not. Comparing to yesterday, whether the sales of today is increased or not. This is what we can see. Whenever it is green, that is increased. Whenever we green, red means in those days we don't have like, okay, the sale increase with respect to previous day. Okay. And then like we do have some other things that we can see, like, okay, previous day, month, and year sales also. Just I'll write it, and then you can see that. Means these are the applications. Like, okay, you can ask me real time. Okay, maybe we can do this, or we may use it for other purposes. We can not only like every time we'll do coloring or something else. Maybe they can ask something else, or else they want to like simply need to show it in just minus or plus, maybe. Or else we can use that in like even creating KPIs also. We'll discuss that later, a bit later. So obviously we do have like, okay, what is that? Okay, previous month. And what we can do that previous calculate, and again total sales. So total sales, and then like, okay, what is the filter that you want to give previous month, and then like, okay, in that, okay, we want to give the dates. So date and then give date, and then like I'll close it. Okay, so obviously sorry, want to approve that, and then okay. I don't want to like make this just make you some glare kind of thing, so I just trying to delete that. You can, okay, okay, and then like what a bit previous month. I want to get it over here, previous month, and then you can see whenever I just is that okay. Okay, whenever I think is that okay, you can see. You can see like, okay, this is like, okay, this month sales. Okay, this is this month sales, and then for every year month, okay, it is showing the previous month sales. You can see for February it is showing like January sales. You can understand, right?
Yeah.
This is what like, okay, exactly. You need to like minimize all these things so that okay, you'll get minimized. So this kind of things that it will show whenever, okay, monthly sales, monthly, okay, you can see for previous month, okay, we are getting this like this kind of things, and then we do have like previous quarter and then previous year works same. Okay, for the previous quarter, it will shows the previous quarter. And for previous month, it will shows the previous month only, previous year only. And then what is like, okay, parallel period. Parallel period returns the contains the columns of the dates that represents a parallel period to the dates in a specified date column. Like, okay, I'll just explain you. The definition like will be like very confusing kind of things. We don't understand these kind of definitions, but still we'll practice that and then you can understand. Very simple thing, very interesting kind of thing. Parallel period. New measure and then again parallel. Okay, and the parallel period. Okay, so parallel period. First of all, let me show you the syntax. Okay, we need to give the dates and the number of intervals and then like intervals that we need to give. Okay, I'll just explain you that before going to that. Okay, we'll write calculate function and then okay, we'll write the expression total sales. Sales I want to calculate the total sales over here. And then afterwards, what is the filter that I want to give is like parallel period, parallel period. And dates again, like dates I want to give. Okay. And then afterwards, okay, the number of intervals that I want to like, okay, so I want to make it like 3. And what I want to make it like months. What does it means it will move that many months forward or backward and it will show that particular result. If I give 3 months means it will show 3 months later data over here. Means for the month of January, it will show the April month or March month. Okay, I'll show you that so that you can clarify. It will be like clear for you. Again, I just need to check it out again. What are the things that we can meet? And again, March, April, May. Let's see until this. Okay, see, you can see. I'll be what is doing. For the month of January, it is showing April's. For the month of February, it is showing like May. So 3 months later, which month will come? So okay, for that particular month, it will show. For the month of January, it will show the April one. For the month of February, it will show like okay, May sales like that. You can see this.
For December,
what is that?
For December, what is it?
Like I'll show you that. I'll show that. Not an issue. Trying to minimize that. Okay, it is going to be. Yeah, okay, you can completely delete this and you can keep that. Okay, that will be easy for you. Okay, and then like dates again. Yep, okay. Then okay, let me see. You can see right now. I don't want to have the quarter. I want to have the months. Okay, so the months. Okay, you can see. But even November also, October also, it is showing like okay, which one? We don't have this 18. There is it's coming from. It's coming from next year. Okay. Okay, it will show next 3 months later. Okay, this one, 51 March sale. It will goes to
highest years,
what is that?
For highest year available data in the available data, what it will show? December.
I didn't
2021. So the last highest available date year's month, December, what it will show? Can't get me?
I didn't get you what you're expecting.
The last available year in the data.
Okay, so we'll go with, okay, so what I get, okay, you can go ahead and then you get blanks over here.
That's what.
We don't have black values, we get the blanks over here. And then whenever you give minus, okay, then obviously it will go to previous. It will go 3 months previous data. Got my point?
Yep.
Okay, so here, okay, for this month, okay, we don't have salary, we don't have data, so previous data, so it is not showing. For the month of April, okay, it will 3 months before means we do have the data for January, so it will showing that. So again, we can go for even days, months, and then years. What would you have like over here? Right, comma, and then you can see months, quarter, and year. You can go by quarter, 3 quarters back, and then you can get that. For that particular quarter, you'll get this quarter also, this quarter value. Then for this year, okay, you can like give previous years that also. 1 minus 1, I want to give minus 1, and then after 1, okay, I want to give year. YEAR. Let me check that data, how it shows. You can see here, okay, for the month of, okay, for the year of 2020, we do have like, okay, the sales of like, okay, total YTD, you can see the sales of, okay, the previous 2019. But for 2019, there is no previous year, so it is not showing that one. For the year of 2020, it is showing like, okay, the 2019 minus 1, I gave the previous one. Plus 1 means, okay, it will get, okay, the next year sales. You need to practice this a lot. Like Sharat, you need to practice this on same data. You need to practice a lot of times, maybe couple of 2 to 3 times, so that you can remember this particular syntax. If you remember the syntax, then only you can like, okay, understand what we can do this. If you don't understand what parallel period and then what is this one, you can't do that. When you remember this parallel period 1 and year, then obviously you can understand. Yeah, it will goes to like, okay, minus 1 means it will, we can take it to past year and then next year sales. So obviously you can implement that logic. People don't remember this, and then people think what we can do for this because they don't remember that there is an option to do to get the previous year sales or whatever it might be. They forget that, and then they can't do that. That is the only reason.
Yeah.
Okay, practice on this. Okay, so once we complete, okay, what we call it as like the time intelligence functions, the next topic also will have a lot of examples that you can perform. Okay, I'll give you an example, and then I'll give you an Excel sheet also for that, and then I'll give you some samples, reports. Okay, reports screenshots. You need to work upon that. For this, okay, you practice on this data, and then whatever we have been done, okay, practice all those things, and then like difference between like last month sales and this month sales, you can calculate, and then like you can implement something. Okay. That's also you can do like that things you can show it over here in the card also. Maybe you can do a lot of things, but okay, right now like maybe what are the things that I use it like review and color coding, this kind of things that you can do, and then later, okay, we can practice a lot of things. The same thing that you can implement even like in. Why don't you do that? Okay, you can show that. You can see. This is how it happens. Okay. Okay, not like at this instant we don't, you might have like cartridges, what are all these things they wanted to like, okay, they check with, okay, not exactly all these things. I want to make it like very clear for you. Not all this like, okay, current sales, and then like, okay, previous month sales monthly, then obviously how can we get that? Simply take a line chart, and then after that, okay, I want to take like dates over here in the axis, and then in the values I want to take, okay, total sales and the previous month sales. I want to take this, and then I want to like show only like not the quarters. Okay, I want to show it by not the dates. By okay, I want to make it like this. You can see the difference between like, okay, how this is going on, like, okay, then obviously it will be like, okay, follows that, okay, same one, because okay, this is today's and this is like, okay, yesterday's, then obviously, and then like if you can get the difference between that, okay, that will be like pretty good. The third one will be like pretty good, obviously. Difference between these two things that you can show like this, maybe not exactly like this. Okay, maybe the today's sales, and then like, okay, difference between the sales that you can show, maybe that will give, okay, maybe whatever they asked us will show in that manner. Okay, you can calculate the difference, and then like what we did calculated previous and then last. Okay, so we can use that over here, simple thing, and then like previous day and then difference also we calculated, And then what I want to like show here is like, okay, my thin date into axis, and then like I want to show the diff something like, okay, days in this is the difference, okay, between like whatever, and then I want to make it like day wise, not quarterly, monthly, okay, and then again day wise, okay, and then like we'll make it the total sales also, and then what it will give, and then like again the previous day sales. What are the things that we have? This a small line gap is there, okay, this is the difference, okay, here for this year, okay, we do have a difference of 3. There is something like, what is it showing? It's 3, okay, 3 values, okay. So difference, okay, the sales is like, okay, today's sales, total sales, okay, it is showing for that particular date or what, okay. Previous day sale, and then like, okay, previous day sale, total sales, why it is showing like, okay, something we are messing out. Okay. We've been done, okay, error over here. So we need to take it, all the things, and then like you'll get all the values. Okay, I want to make it granular. Okay. You can see for each and every date, and then like there are a lot of things that you can see. Like previous dates, one like day difference. Okay, what are the things you can see? Difference is like, okay, I just scaled down there by mouse, and then you can see total sales is like, okay, the previous day sales is this one. And then you can see whenever it is positive, you get the positive, and when negative, then you can get negative. So these kind of things that we can show a lot of things. It depends, okay, what requirement they needed, how you want to show that. You can show it in the cluster columns, and then like things, same things, lot of things. You practice all these things to show like, okay, even columns, and then like even stacked columns also. You practice these things, then obviously you can understand like how you can show that. That's it for today's session. Like we have been gone, okay, rather than like, okay, this MTD class, we have been gone like more outer concepts. I hope so. But that will gives you like, okay, advanced kind of skills, how you can portray all these things. Don't confuse. If you ask me to go with only basic way, I'll go with basic way. I don't give all these inputs for you.
No. Try something like
You can, you're able to access all these things. What I'm telling right now. Okay.
yes.
That's fine. Okay. So that is what up to like what we need. Just you have this particular data, then you can practice this one. I hope, right?
Yep.
I'll send this Excel file so that you can practice with that particular syntax.
Yeah.
Okay. So bye, Sharon. Anything else? Okay. Do you have any queries? Any questions?
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to practice this. To take whole day practice yesterday.
Yep. You need to practice that part. That's what.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Take your time and then practice that. Thank you.